It's on to the weekend. Today we are joined by wheelchair tennis player Kgothatso Montjane. KG, thank you so much for joining us and welcome. And we're fortunate to have you today because you're about to embark on a long and busy journey. For those who don't know, please tell us what the next few weeks for you are going to be like.
Yeah, firstly, thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here to sharing this news with you. In the next 2 weeks, I'll be heading to USA, playing in St. Louis. First the Super Series, then into the big one, the Grandslam. Which it's been a tough journey for me to be back there. So I'm excited, looking forward to it, and I'm working hard, because I feel like my fate is on this trip. I really need to do well in this trip for me to be where I am and to keep going up.
And you touched on fate. You were telling me off air a little bit a story on how you qualified for this US Open. A bit of fate played a role there?
Yeah, of course it did. It did. You can remember in few months back when I spoke to you when we were talking about the the SA Open, I was like number 10 in the world. And right now I'm on number 8, so you can imagine. So that fate played a role because I'm number 8. When someone dropped out of the Grandslam, I was the automated entry to go in. So
Yes.
I would say, people will say it's a wild card, but for me, I would say deservedly so. I'm supposed to be there because anyway, I'm number 8. So it's it was a fate, being back in the top 8. It gives me hope again. I can still have faith that I can still play more Grand Slams.
And then to also improve your ranking, we know that you had to win a few events. For those who don't know, please tell us what events you've won this year.
Yeah, I had to put in few tournaments, for the ranking to improve. Like I won Busan Open in June. I won.
For those of us who don't travel much, where is
Okay,
Busan?
Busan is in Busan is in Korea.
Okay.
Yes, I won Busan Open in Korea. Then I came back here at home. We played Soweto Open. It was an ITF2 also, which I won also. Then that was beginning of July. Then mid July I also won a tournament in Switzerland, at the Swiss Open in Geneva there. So those tournaments back to back like that, the points were quite good to put me back in the top 8.
Mm.
Yeah, but other than that, there's still more needed for me to go higher because I'm not really comfortable with that number 8 spot. It can go at any time, so I really want to be in a position whereby I'll be more comfortable and just feel like I'm at the top to stay and also to strive towards the top spot. Yeah.
And it's impressive tournaments that you just mentioned that you've won, Soweto, Swiss, Busan. Would you say you happy with the form going into USA?
To be honest, I'm really happy with the form I'm at right now. I'm playing a good tennis. I've showed the character I haven't showed in years against top players. I lost to number 1 in the world recently,
Oh, wow.
2 weeks in a row, but in a 3-setter match, losing 7-5 and 6-4 in the final set. Those are the results I haven't achieved in a while against players like that. So it really shows, how good the game is coming. And having faith. I'm having faith in my game that if I keep playing like that, I should be able to squeeze in big matches.
And if we talk about Grand Slams, what are your best finishes in the various Grand Slams?
Most of them has always been the quarterfinals because it's only 8 of us, and the best one has been the semi-final in the Roland Garros in 2013, which is the one that kept me there for a long time because Grand Slams has a lot of points. So you can imagine if I go into this US Open and just win first round, it gives me a lot in terms of points to even get the ranking higher. So the Roland Garros has always been the best Grand Slams I've ever played. So yeah.
Well, we hope you can improve on that in USA. And when you come back, we can have a nice interview on your success at the USA. But let's take a step back. For those, obviously, who don't understand, and even off air, you and I have been chatting a lot because I'm still even trying to understand the difference between wheelchair and quad. For those who don't know, what is wheelchair tennis?
Wheelchair tennis is it's tennis basically. Able body tennis, the way it is, that's what wheelchair tennis. The only difference is you play in a wheelchair And in wheelchair tennis, you are allowed a 2 bounce rule, which in able body you see players playing only 1 bounce. So wheelchair tennis, you are allowed for that second bounce, but the first bounce has to land in a normal court, and second bounce can bounce anywhere around the court. So, and in wheelchair tennis, we've got like 3 divisions, unlike able body tennis where there's only 2 divisions, men and women. In wheelchair tennis, we've got men, women, and quad division, which quad division is for those who are disabilities can't match the other divisions. You know, that disability is more extreme than the paraplegic and the amputees. So quad division, it's for those, both men and women, they take part in that. Most of them, you see them strapping the racket on the hand because they don't have a grip. Most of them, you see their wheelchair backrest being long enough than a normal tennis chair. So yeah, they are being classified according to their level of disability so that they can compete against each other. Like we have Lucas Sitolo, who's a treble amputee playing with one arm. So for him also, there's I mean, he had a chance to take part in that quad division because there's a belief that his disability, you know, fit him there, unlike the other division of men's division. So that's the only difference, that the quad division players are being classified according to their disability, because their disability can match the paraplegics and the amputees. Yeah.
Sure, it sounds challenging indeed, and I know a few of my media colleagues. We were before the SA Open. Some of them were invited to get into chairs and try play tennis, and a lot of them were like, "No, this is too difficult." So it makes us appreciate what it is that you athletes actually achieve out there. And if we take a step even further back, maybe you can tell us how you got into wheelchair tennis, for those who don't know.
I joined wheelchair tennis because, you know, back at school, I used to be an active learner. You know, I used to play almost every sport at school, like table tennis, wheelchair basketball. I was doing athletics and yeah, and all that. So when wheelchair tennis came, you know, one of my teachers just came to me and say, "You're going to represent the school."
Oh wow!
At this sport,
just like that.
But it was an issue because I didn't play this sport. I never played this sport before, so I'm like, say I know kids around who play that sport. It's not for me. I don't play that. I don't even like it.
Oh wow!
But you know what? He insisted that you're gonna be the one representing the school, which I couldn't blame him because I mean I've always been an active learner. I mean I've represented the school so well in other events, so. You know what? I just took it up, even though I wasn't happy about the decision. So I just took it up and tried it out. Yeah, when I got there, I mean, I found coaches helping us out, but I just played it the way I understand it, because I used to serve with my right hand, hit the ball with my left hand, play double backhanded, which right now I can't even do it. So it was sort of a funny story, or a funny thing to watch for me playing tennis back then. But you know, as time goes by, yeah, things got better. Then when I started getting coaching, then that's when I started doing things properly. Yeah.
I'm glad, we are glad that your teacher forced you, because look at the talent that you are today. Let's put the physical challenges aside. Let's speak of different challenges, because we know tennis in itself, even for able bodies, it's not the biggest sport in South Africa. It doesn't always get the recognition or the support. How much more difficult is it for you guys to get sponsorships, any sort of support to get you to the USA and around the world?
Yeah, man, it's so difficult because most of us as wheelchair tennis players, we playing on a circuit. You know, it's a tour. 22 weeks of the year, we need to be out there chasing points and trying to make a living. But it's just so difficult without, you know, personal sponsorships and all that. We've been relying on what the federation can do. I mean, even when it takes a financial toll, which is like what's gonna happen to our future. So. We don't know, man. It's just. I think we're living by faith in this because it's just so difficult. Because no funding, no career. So we're just hoping that we can get more support. Because it's like through federation, that's how we can get support. Because individually, it's just so difficult. We tried, but yeah, I don't remember any of us saying, guys, I came out victorious with the sponsorship and all that.
Sure.
So I just know there's one guy who got lucky to get an Adidas sponsorship, which,
Mhm.
and it's not even South African,
Oh,
so
wow.
you can imagine. So it's tough, but you know what? We're gonna keep working hard, hoping that we can get support, because
Mm.
athletes, any athletes without funding, they definitely don't have a career.
Yeah, and what you told me off air as well, the amount of traveling you guys have to do. There's a few tournaments, obviously, you play here, but then you're off to Australia, Asia, Europe, North America. It can't be easy.
No, it's difficult at all, because if I tell you tennis, it's a sort of a package, for you to be the best player in the world. I mean, you see it on TV when you're watching your Federers and Nadal. They have a team,
Yeah.
In that team, there's a trainer, there's a psychologist, there's a coach, and all that. But where we are, we don't have that, and people wonder, why are we, because we've got potential and talent, why are we not winning all these matches and all that? It's
Mm.
because we are not privileged enough to have all that, because sometimes we travel without a coach because of funding and all that. I mean, even to get a psychologist or a trainer, it's difficult. There has to be someone funding all that. Even if I had to fund all that by myself,
Mm.
I'm not making enough to can have, a psychologist, a trainer, and a coach and a hitting partner at the same time. So
Sure.
it's all a package. Without that, yeah, you just playing by faith that
Mhm.
my hard work would just pay one day.
Yeah. So you are your own coach, your hitting partner, especially when you're out at these tours where you can't take your support staff, as you say. Before we wrap it up, KG, obviously a lot of people will be saying, hey, but these people, they get to travel the world and all of that. Please tell us some of your favorite places to visit.
Yeah, I would still say, I liked Paris. Because I think the culture there is different. The
Mhm.
people there are different. People always say French people are rude and all that, because they don't speak English and all that. But
Yeah.
I just find it fascinating the way they always try hard to communicate and all that. But other than that, it's a very beautiful place. I
Mhm.
guess we see most of our celebrities out here. They go shopping to Paris and all that. So there's a lot more in Paris, and an opportunity to go on top of the Eiffel Tower and see the whole city. Also, it was a good experience.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would say Paris. It's one of my favorite, because it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. So
So you
yeah,
like weird.
I like weird. I like weird.
Sure, fantastic, KG. Thank you so much for your time. Wish you all the best in your season, and please go represent us. And then we know you always represent us well in America. Hopefully, you get the results that you need, and you come back with even better rankings, and you just keep doing a great job, because you are inspiration to a lot of people. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.